Been dreading this one, guys. Thief. I do not have a case to show you because I've already turned it in. And I don't normally do that, as you've seen in my other videos. The best way I can describe Thief is tons of potential that was wasted. Gameplay mechanics of movement are excellent. They're simplified without being, for lack of a better word, they're simplified without being dumbed down. That's the best way I can describe it. It's very fluid movement. It's relatively easy to move around. You don't really have a whole lot of issues with sticking to something you don't want to stick to or falling off. Basically, it's better control than Assassin's Creed 4. I mean, I'm just going to say that up front. Similar controls, but better movement mechanics. You also have like a grapple hook thingy and rope arrows. The problem is that these are not as universal as you would think. There's not as many places to use them as you would expect. And one could say the same thing for all the weapon sets in the game. The usage for each item is extremely specific, and you feel like you're on a track, like you're on rails. Like it's by no means it is strictly linear experience. More like you have multiple linear ways to achieve a goal, and you have to pick a track and kind of stick to it. I mean, can you mix and match a little bit? I suppose, but it's just not worth the money. Now, that said, I paid full price on. I pre-ordered it and got it at launch for $60. Traded it in, and I got about 35, $40 for it. So, did I get $20 worth of game out of it? Yeah. And right now, as of the date that this video is released, they're having a flash sale that lasts through tomorrow on the PlayStation 4 store. Thief is 50% off. You can get it for $30 now. At that price, I can recommend it. Okay? The loading screens are fairly horrendous. I mean, you open a window, load screens. You open a door, it's load screens. It attempts to look like open world, but it really isn't. The story is kind of lackluster. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's just not gripping. And that's the problem. Like, the gameplay mechanics work well. The level design's not bad. But you never get the sense that you're doing anything tangible. You're just kind of grabbing random shit and trying to solve a mystery you don't care about. But it is a good way to spend an afternoon if you have nothing else to do. But now that Deception 4, Infamous Second Son, Fez, even Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes, all of these games are going to give you way better experiences than Thief is going to. But if you have those games and you know you're going to be waiting for something, Thief isn't a bad thing to have on your hard drive. I will repurchase it physically once that price goes down considerably, like closer to the $20 range. I will repurchase it, put it back in my library, just like Assassin's Creed 4, because there are some things I'd like to go back and play and experience. But I wanted to get the most money I could out of the trade-in while I could to make sure I got Infamous Second Son and Deception 4. So that was kind of the trade-off for me. There's a companion app that came with the pre-order. Absolutely fucking worthless. It's static maps. There's no linkage at all. The map is no different than the ones that you can see in-game. The only difference is you get all the maps up front. But it does you no good. If you're going to go to the trouble of making an app that has maps in it, make it interactive with the game. I don't know why that's so hard. I mean, IDOS has a great track record with that kind of thing, especially if you look at the Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut. I mean, no excuse not to do that. I feel like the mechanics were there. I think that they were just shy of something really good in every aspect. Controls are good. Gameplay mechanics are good. Overall, level design was kind of iffy for me because having these multiple linear ways to get something done, but then making your level design confusing is not creative level design. It's actually shitty level design, to be perfectly honest with you. Um, bottom line, guys, I did not have fun playing Thief. I wanted to have fun playing Thief, and I'm trying to be nice, but I can't. I just didn't enjoy it, it's very difficult for me to say because I love video games so much, and I had such high hopes for this game because I'm a huge stealth fan, like real stealth. Assassin's Creed's not a stealth game. I don't want to fucking hear it. It's not a stealth game at all. It's not. It's not. Splinter Cell's a stealth game. Metal Gear Solid, when it's done right, is a stealth game. This ain't a fucking stealth game. Like it's supposed to be. Like it had all the hallmarks of one, but the alert system is so broken. Like you sneeze and they can find you, and then you got to run. You run to a shadow, then they lose you. It's really, it reminds me a lot of Manhunt if Manhunt was done poorly. You know, give me Manhunt over this any day of the week in terms of stealth mechanic. Way better. It makes way more sense. It's just better executed. So I'm not going to waste your time rambling about this thing. 5 out of 10. It's definitely not the worst game I've played. It's not unplayable. It is something that I will probably come back and play. My opinion is probably tarnished by the fact I did pay full price for it, and I was really hoping for something really good in AAA, and I did not get that experience. But for the $30 flash sale that they're having right now, or for when they drop the price of the physical copy to $20 to $30, I think it's a good buy, knowing it is not going to be like a tip-top experience. It's a good time waster. There is some fun elements. A lot of the gameplay is fun, even though like the fighting's not that good. Which again, the argument's like, "Where's a thief shouldn't fight?" I agree with that. So, is it worth half the price? Yes, but that's it. So it gets half the score. It's a 5 out of 10, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Look forward to Infamous and Tecmo's Deception 4 reviews coming up soon. No promises as to when. Also, I made the decision that the GHJ and USMC is going to be a weekly series because those are such long videos. So look for those. I think we're going to be doing those Saturdays until I'm done with it. And I'll probably replace it with something else. I've done a lot of things in my life. So, Infamous Second Son review is coming. There are some other news stories that have come up that have kind of been done to death. I'm not going to mess with it. If there's something you want to see, leave it a comment on the channel, on my Twitter, or on the Google Plus, and let me know. Or on the website, grindheadgym.com, if you haven't been over there. It's just a repository for the videos, but we can have a discussion there too. It's for you guys. So wherever you want to find me, you go right ahead. Let me know what's going on, what you want to hear about. But like I said, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And this minute, keep on grinding. Later.